What I'm about to break down for you is going to sound completely backward. It's going to fly in the face of every headline you've seen scrolling across your screen for the last 24 hours. You're seeing the White House celebrate Liberation Day. You're hearing pundits talk about the Golden Dome missile shield as the ultimate guarantee of American safety. The narrative being pushed is incredibly seductive. We are getting tough. We are using the sheer weight of the American economy to force our European allies to hand over Greenland, and by doing so, we are locking down the Arctic against China and Russia once and for all. It looks like strength, it sounds like strategy, but if you actually look at the mechanics of what just happened, if you strip away the rhetoric and look at the economic plumbing of the Western alliance, you realize that we haven't trapped China. We have trapped ourselves. And there is a very real possibility that the Golden Dome strategy, which is supposed to be the ultimate checkmate against Beijing, is actually the greatest strategic gift we have ever given them. Let me explain why. First, we need to understand the logic being sold to us. The administration argues that to build a missile defense system capable of stopping hypersonic threats, we need absolute sovereignty over Greenland. Denmark said no. So, to force their hand, Washington just slapped a punishing 10% tariff on our closest NATO allies, Germany, the UK, France, and the Nordic states. The logic is transactional. We squeeze them economically until they give us the land. But here's the paradox that almost everyone is missing. By squeezing Europe economically to secure a military asset, we are creating an economic vacuum that only one country on Earth can fill: China. Think about it from the perspective of a CEO in Berlin or Paris today. Yesterday, your business model relied on selling high-tech machinery, chemicals, or aerospace components to the United States. Today, because of these tariffs, you are suddenly priced out of the American market. Your profit margins are gone. Your stock price is tanking. You are desperate for cash, and you are desperate for a new market. Now, usually the United States spends massive diplomatic energy trying to prevent China from buying up European technology. We have spent the last decade pressuring the Dutch not to sell chip manufacturing machines to Beijing. We've pressured Germany not to sell robotics firms to Chinese state-owned enterprises. We built a wall around Western technology to keep China out. But with these tariffs, we just tore that wall down ourselves. China doesn't have to steal this technology anymore. They don't have to hack a server. All they have to do is walk in with a checkbook. Right now, Chinese trade delegations are likely preparing offers to stabilize the European industrial sector. They will offer to lower their own tariffs on European goods. They will offer to buy the surplus that the US just rejected. And in exchange, they will ask for equity. They will ask for technology transfers. They will ask for the keys to the European industrial base. And Europe, backed into a corner by their own ally, will have no choice but to say yes. This is the Golden Dome trap. We are so obsessed with securing the territory of the Arctic that we are surrendering the economy of the Atlantic. We are trading the loyalty of the world's biggest economic bloc for a radar station on a glacier. But it gets worse. Let's talk about the Golden Dome system itself, the hardware, the missiles, the interceptors, the advanced radar arrays. We are being told that this system is purely American. But if you dig into the supply chains of the defense contractors building this stuff, you find a very uncomfortable truth. The precision optics? Many come from Germany. The specialized maritime sensors? Norway and the UK. The advanced composites? France. By launching a trade war against these specific countries, we are driving up the cost and destroying the reliability of the supply chain for the very weapon system we are trying to build. We are effectively taxing the components of our own shield. It's a strategic absurdity. We are punching our partners in the face and then asking them to hold the flashlight while we fix the car. And what is Beijing doing while all this chaos unfolds? Nothing. And that is what should scare you. China isn't issuing angry statements. They aren't threatening countermeasures. They are quiet. Why? Because they are winning. For years, China's grand strategy has been to drive a wedge between the United States and Europe. They know they cannot beat a unified West, so they have tried everything to split us up. And for years, they failed because the transatlantic bond was too strong. Today, the United States is doing China's work for it. We are shattering NATO cohesion faster than any Chinese propaganda campaign ever could. If you are Xi Jinping, you are watching the United States voluntarily isolate itself from its oldest friends. You are watching the European economy, rich in technology and talent, being pushed violently into your orbit. You don't interrupt your enemy when they are making a mistake. And right now, we are making a colossal one. The Golden Dome might eventually get built. We might even get the deed to Greenland. But the price we are paying isn't just measured in dollars. It's measured in the fundamental structure of global power. We are creating a world where Europe no longer looks west for its future. We are forcing them to look east. We are validating the Chinese narrative that America is an unreliable, bullying empire that cares more about land than partnership. And the irony, the bitter irony of this whole situation is that we justified this entire operation as a way to stop China. We said we needed to be tough. We said we needed to own the Arctic to keep them out. But by the time the snow settles, we may find that while we secured the North Pole, we lost the world. That is the trap. That is the story the maps don't show you. And that is why what looks like a victory today might actually be the beginning of a long, cold defeat.